So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today on Ask Human Resources, because I'm banned part 23, we've got a Wonderlook genius out of Florida. We've got a New York person who's quitting, and we've got a person who's asking in Canada whether or not anyone's ever been fired for looking for another job. Let's get into Florida. The question is, if your company requires applicants to take a version of the Wonderlic test or similar tests with 50 questions in 15 minutes, do you disqualify applicants who score too high? And then it says, I've had two companies tell me my score and then not continue my application. I cannot imagine the kind of jobs you're applying for that do a Wonderlic test. I don't think I've ever taken an IQ test for a company for an application, and I've always taken on pretty high level roles. So I can only imagine what kind of jobs you're applying for, and my guess is they're ones that no one wants, or that these are not good jobs, because this is not a this is not a normal practice for any reputable company. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, we're not the NFL, and so for context here, Wonderlic is a test that's given to NFL players, and I don't know. I mean, the people who make, I think the highest one ever is Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he scored a 49. I'm sure there's been some perfects, and I'm blanking on them. But anyway, no, you shouldn't miss a few questions to make your score high, not to 1%. And you should really reconsider whether or not you're applying to these jobs, because no reputable company is really going to be doing a Wonderlic test, because that's pretty crazy. The next one up is out of New York, and it says, what's expected protocol once an employee tells HR they're submitting their 2 weeks? There is really no expected protocol. The manager should be scheduling meetings and scheduling knowledge transfers so that can give your job to someone else. Whether or not they do or not, I think that's another discussion altogether. But that's what they should be doing. That's what I would be doing if I were in a manager's position. And maybe they're not going to do anything about you. Maybe they were intending to terminate your position eventually, and as a result, there's no point in doing a knowledge transfer. But generally speaking, as a manager, I would begin offloading the information and offloading everything that I need onto the next employee to maintain the knowledge and maintain success in the future. The next one is out of Canada, out of Leafland. It says, has anyone ever been fired for looking for another job? Yeah. I mean, I think that's happened. I would say probably in smaller companies or companies ran by families, or companies that really don't have a lot of resources or otherwise. I don't think that this is a natural thing, and I don't think it's one that anyone should do. I think it's a really bad idea to fire someone who's looking for another job. I do think that employers should begin to prepare, and like we were talking about in the previous question, begin to do the knowledge transfers necessary to be successful. But it's a really terrible idea to fire people, in my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. Answer some of these questions on your own end, and leave a comment and like and share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.